Welcome to this webinar on the Herefordshire Local Nature Recovery Strategy. This webinar is for you if you are interested in nature recovery work, whether you own or manage land, work for an environmental organisation or charity, are part of a community group or parish council, or whether you are an interested member of the public. The recovery of the natural environment is important to everyone. Nature recovery is rooted in the Environmental Improvement Plan. This is the government's 25-year plan for the environment, published in 2023. It includes measures for nature recovery, including the restoration or creation of more than 500,000 hectares of wildlife-rich habitat outside of protected areas, paying farmers and land managers to take care of natural countryside by evolving countryside stewardship and expanding sustainable farming initiatives, SFIs, rolling out local nature recovery strategies to identify areas where the creation, enhancement, and restoration of habitats will deliver environmental benefits. Local nature recovery strategies are a key part of the Environment Act 2021, which sets out roles, responsibilities, processes, and timelines for strategy production, and which is accompanied by statutory guidance. The ideas which form the basis of nature recovery strategies were put forward by Sir John Lawton in the Making Space for Nature report in 2010. The key principles of the report are that in order for nature to thrive and recover, there need to be more spaces protected for nature. Those spaces need to be bigger. Nature reserves need to be better quality and more connected, either by corridors or by stepping stones within the wider landscape. Nature recovery strategies are intended to deliver a roadmap for improving and increasing nature, strengthen the protection and enhancement of existing nature areas in planning, encourage better coordination between groups and organisations, encourage the use of nature-based solutions, support farmers and land managers with decision-making, and drive opportunities for more investment in nature. So what is new about local nature recovery strategies? LNRS is a new statutory system of spatial strategies which will plan and map and will ultimately drive action and investment in nature recovery. LNRS work focuses primarily on habitats. Species will generally be supported by the protection, restoration, creation, and enhancement of the habitats which support them. Strategies will list species and assemblages of species which require specific targeted action outside of good habitat management. Strategies will consider how the functions or ecosystem services provided by nature can be recognised and restored. The work will act as a guide and tool for landowners and land managers, including mapping, which will identify which actions for nature recovery will be most effective or valuable in any given location. The strategies will fit alongside other policies and legislation. They relate to local plans and to mandatory biodiversity net gain within the planning system, but also to countryside stewardship and sustainable farming initiatives. There are 48 local nature recovery strategy areas in England. Each area has a responsible authority, usually a local authority, who is responsible for the production of the strategy, and supporting authorities, including other local authorities and national park authorities. Natural England is a supporting authority to all strategies. In Herefordshire, the arrangements are relatively simple, with Natural England being the only supporting authority. There are no overlaps and no gaps, and each responsible authority is required to work with their neighbours to ensure the maps relate well at county boundaries. Who is involved in local nature recovery strategy work? Each responsible authority forms a partnership of stakeholders to undertake the work. A steering group and a range of working groups or subgroups are usually formed. In Herefordshire, the steering group includes the Council, Natural England, Environment Agency, Forestry Commission, Herefordshire Wildlife Trust, the two national landscapes, formerly areas of outstanding natural beauty, and landowner manager representation. The local Biological Records Centre are a key provider of the environmental data required for the work. So how will local nature recovery strategies be used? LNRS will be used to encourage the most appropriate action for nature in the most appropriate location and to bring nature recovery action together in a coordinated way. Each strategy is a roadmap to allow individuals, community groups, and landowners and managers from small holdings to large estates to work towards a vision for nature recovery locally. It is anticipated that delivery phases will follow the formal adoption of the strategy, where funding from green investments, farming incentives, landscape scale grant funding, and biodiversity net gain come together to support action. Local nature recovery strategies will not give any additional protection to land, obligate landowners or managers to take any particular action, or to change their land management practices. The strategy will provide an opportunity for landowners and managers wishing to take action for nature, and will provide them with support in making the best choices for their land. LNRS must follow the process set out in the statutory guidance and must include key elements. Step 1 identifies existing core areas for biodiversity, including sites of special scientific interest, special protection areas, special areas of conservation, and Ramsar sites. Irreplaceable habitats, such as ancient woodlands, veteran trees, and blanket bogs, are also identified here. Step 2 records action taken or being taken for biodiversity and will become more important in future iterations of nature recovery strategies, which will occur between every 3 and 8 years. Step 3 is a written statement describing the strategy area and the opportunities for nature recovery locally. Step 4 identifies priorities and measures. A priority can be a species or other environmental benefit and must be specific. Woodlands alone cannot be a priority, but a priority could be that woodlands are under positive management and are well connected within the landscape. A measure is an activity or action which will help achieve a priority. Step 5 maps areas which could become of particular importance. There is no set methodology for this stage, which should be driven by evidence and steered locally. In Herefordshire, we are using an approach called least cost path analysis, which models how species move through landscapes and then identifies where key opportunities for connecting existing habitats or expanding them are found. The two key outputs of the work are a local habitat map and a statement of biodiversity priorities. The local habitat map will be joined together across England to form a nature recovery network. This baseline map shows step 1 of the process for Herefordshire. This baseline map shows existing designated sites and irreplaceable habitats. Even at this early stage, the opportunities for nature recovery provided by the strong network of protected watercourses is clear. The map also begins to highlight areas where opportunities for improved connectivity will be key to ensuring that species can move through the county on a network of corridors and stepping stones. So, how can you get involved in the Herefordshire Local Nature Recovery Strategy work? The development of a local nature recovery strategy requires input from local people, landowners, land managers, conservation charities, community groups, and other stakeholders. We welcome your views and will be specifically seeking input at various stages of the process. The Council is seeking responses to a survey, which will help to inform the development of the Statement of Biodiversity Priorities element of the work. You can visit our website at www.herefordshire.gov.uk/LNRS. In early autumn 2024, the Council will take the outcomes of that questionnaire and use them to inform the next stages of the work. During this period, we will be having more detailed discussions with a range of habitat specialist stakeholders, and we will continue work with local species experts to develop the species list, which will form a part of the strategy. Later in 2024, a formal consultation will be undertaken on the draft local nature recovery strategy and the associated maps. Formal adoption of the strategy is planned for spring 2025. We hope that this webinar has been helpful, and we look forward to seeing you at our next events or to receiving your views through our questionnaire. If you want to know more, please visit our website at www.herefordshire.gov.uk/LNRS. If you have a specific query or concern, you can email the team at naturerecovery@herefordshire.gov.uk. Thanks for listening.